only 47 countries make more money than Americans lose gambling. Think about not just the financial aspect in terms of dollars, hours of productivity, hours spent away from your spouse and your children, and all the other things that come along with it. We get a chance, I'm going to touch on it. Domestic violence is attached to gambling. Prostitution is attached to gambling, which now you feed in the bail bondsmen and the whole police and legal system. This thing has many layers.
This is IUIC. Hey, keeping the faith in the king, and the patience will give us the strength. This is IUIC. Turn it. This is IUIC. Turn crack the sky and the angels will bring. Now we winning like Super Bowl rings.
So, the name of today's title is Self-Inflicted Wounds. And we going over gambling. Self-inflicted wounds. Okay? When I was putting this together, I thought about, I don't know, anybody remember Plaxico Burress? Anybody remember that name? He's the poster child for that. The brother went into a club with a gun in his pocket of some daggone sweats. Some sweatpants, unholstered in his sweatpants, almost shot his thing off. You know what I'm saying?
The hell is
That's
this?
a self-inflicted wound, bro. And then I think he got in trouble for that, didn't he? Did he get locked up for that? You get in trouble and go to jail for injuring your own self. That's a self-inflicted wound. But we're not going to be talking about that. But self-inflicted wounds can be that. It can be physical, where you do it intentionally to harm yourself, non-lethal, or if you're trying to off yourself, you do it lethally. But then there's a term, self-inflicted wound, when you do things to cause harm to yourself. Matter of fact, bring it up. I think I sent you. I don't see everything that I sent you, but we're gonna go back to it later on. But do you have the definition that I sent you for self-inflicted wounds? If not, y'all can look it up. But it is still bringing harm to yourself. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Self-inflicted, adjective, caused by one's own actions.
Caused by one's own actions. Go ahead.
Self-inflicted describes something, typically a wound, injury, or problem that is deliberately or accidentally caused by the person who experiences it.
So you did it to yourself. Go ahead.
Rather than by an external force or another person.
Now, scroll down. Okay, hold on a second. Read that one. Advanced usage.
Self-inflicted wound, a common phrase used both literally, a physical injury one gives oneself, and figuratively.
That's the one we're going to deal with today, figuratively. Go ahead.
A problem one creates for oneself.
Read that part again.
A problem one creates for oneself.
Go ahead.
Often through poor decisions.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I know I done made some poor decisions in my life. Okay, and I understand what a self-inflicted wound is. Now that we in this truth, we have the medicine so that we can grow. All right, and we stop doing dumb stuff. Okay? All right, so we're going to come back to that. So that's, yeah, put that thumbnail up again. Okay. Now, pull the introduction of the psychology. I'm going to jump straight into it. So we're going to go into gambling today. Now, before I start, by show of hands, it may not be you. It may be you. You don't have to. Does anyone know anybody or know you have any family members, friends that you have seen that struggle with gambling? Okay. All right. Now, gambling can be, now when I say struggle, they don't necessarily think they struggle. You understand? Like, if grandma go to bingo 5 days a week, grandma might have an addiction. She don't think nothing wrong because she won once 2 weeks ago. But she been 9 more times since then and ain't won nothing. And she say, but it's fun. I just go to do it to talk to Sister Betty. It could range from something that seems as simple and benign as that to lotto addictions, shooting craps on the corner. There's all types of forms of gambling, okay? We're out here where you got casinos all over the place. We're going to address that later on. We got some statistics that we'll bring out. But gambling is one of those taboo topics in the black community that we do not like to deal with. You know, don't nobody, hey, why you all in my pockets? Anybody ever heard anybody say that? Why you all in my pockets?
Yeah,
right?
man.
We don't want to be accountable. When you go ask to borrow money, if you go ask for a loan, the bank gonna ask you, how you gonna pay me back? They gonna want to see some documents. You can't tell the banker why you all in my pockets, because he gonna be all in your business. Let me see last year's tax return. Matter of fact, let me see the last 3. But when we ask to borrow money from each other, what you need the money for? Don't worry about that. I just need $100. Gambling is one of those taboo topics and subjects, and we're going to touch on it because I pray that either somebody in here or somebody that's going to watch this class can be healed from the effects of gambling. All right? So, let's get to the very top of it. Is that the very top? Okay.
The psychology of gambling.
All right.
Gambling is a thriving form of entertainment in the UK.
So this was done in the UK, but it's no different from over here. Okay? It says it's a thriving form of entertainment. That means a lot of people do it often. Go ahead.
But may also become a form of addiction for some individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Just why do people gamble when the house always wins?
That's a question. Why you gambling when the chances are that you're not going to leave with what you came in with? Go ahead.
Advances in brain imaging techniques are helping Cambridge scientists find out.
So they're using science to try to discover, what goes on in the mind and the psyche of people. Go ahead.
Gambling is a thriving form of entertainment in the UK, but may also become a form of addiction for some individuals. Just why do people gamble when the house always wins? Advances in brain imaging techniques are helping Cambridge scientists find out. Mm-hmm. Gambling games promote an illusion of control.
Promote a what?
An illusion of control.
An illusion of control. Because one of the things that you'll find out is people that have gambling problems, they always think that the next bet, that's the one I'm going to get it all back.
He ain't lying.
And that's how you know you got a problem when you say, I got to get it back. I got to get it back. Well, you shouldn't have took it there to have to get it back. Go ahead.
The belief that the gambler can exert skill over an outcome that is actually defined by chance.
And it ain't even really defined by chance because the odds are stacked against you, as we're going to see. Go ahead, read on.
Gambling has been a popular source of entertainment for many centuries and across many cultures. With current changes in gambling legislation in the UK, its popularity looks set to continue. New casinos are to be established, including a large super casino.
Hey, wait a minute, read that again.
Including a large super casino.
A large super casino. I want that to just sink in for a minute. Why would somebody build something that's called a super casino if they don't think it's going to pay for itself? A super, that's like the Walmart, the Sam's Club of casinos. Go ahead.
And novel forms of gambling, like internet gambling and electronic gaming machines, are flourishing.
Hold on a second. Can we look up that word right quick? Novel. It says in novel forms of gambling. Like they like to diminish certain, they like to use desensitizing words. Okay, look that up for me. Novel. Go ahead.
Novel. The word novel has two primary meanings. As an adjective, it describes something new, unusual, or never seen before.
Oh, so they saying that this super casino is something new that's never been seen before. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
As a noun, it refers...
You got something? Okay, go ahead.
As a noun, it refers to a long fictional narrative, usually written in prose, that explores characters, plots, and human experiences.
Okay, we good. You can go back. Go ahead.
And novel forms of gambling, like internet gambling and electronic gaming machines, are flourishing. Some argue these
Hold on, it says they're flourishing. I know even when I go to the islands, you got those little internet houses, right? Where the windows is always blacked out. It's always dark, and you got machines in there. Anybody ever seen those? Do they have those locally? No? Yeah. Just like going to the crap house, but it's just, it's got machines in it. You ain't got to fight for your money if you hit. You know, you just go and give your chips. Go ahead, read on.
Some argue these changes are a good thing. Gambling is a recreational activity enjoyed by around 70% of the British public, at least annually, and the gambling industry is a useful source of taxable revenue.
Now, I want you to think about something. It says it's a useful source of taxable revenue. Okay. So if you win, you pay taxes. But most people don't win. So they still getting taxes from you whether you choose to pay taxes or not. You know, some black people say, I ain't paying no taxes. Okay, well, you go in there and you give them enough of your money, you done pay taxes. Go ahead.
But all this comes at a cost.
Now, this is what I want to get to. Go ahead.
For a minority of individuals.
It says a minority of individuals, but let me ask you something. If it's affecting your house, is it a minor thing? No, it's not a minor thing. Go ahead.
Gambling is a spiraling habit that they become unable to control. Problem or pathological gambling is a recognized psychiatric diagnosis present in around 1% of the population.
Yeah, some figures go a little higher, but go ahead.
These prevalence rates are higher in local communities around gambling facilities, and clinicians are concerned that the relaxation of British legislation will increase the incidence of problem gambling in years to come. Against the odds, at its heart, gambling is a rather paradoxical behavior because it is widely known that the house always wins.
It's widely known. It doesn't matter what type of gambling you subscribe to, the house wins. All right, scroll down. Go down a little bit more. Go down. Okay, that's what I wanted. Imaging the gambling brain.
Recent advances in brain imaging technology are helping scientists to understand how these features of gambling games are so effective in maintaining continued play. At the Wolfson Brain Imaging Center at Addenbrooke's Hospital in Cambridge, Dr. Clark is using functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, to measure patterns of brain activity while volunteers perform a gambling game. Previous research has shown a reliable pattern of brain activity when humans receive monetary wins. In particular, a region called the striatum near the center of the brain is a crucial component in a reward circuit that also responds to natural reinforcers like food and sexual stimuli.
You see how they study us? You see how they study the brain? Hey, hold on, before you give me Psalms. Give me Psalm 64. So we're going to hook you up to all these electrodes, and we're going to let you win, just so we can see what your brain looks like when you win. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse...
You know what? Start at verse 2.
The book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
The reason it's secret is because, again, like they say, it's widely known that the house always wins, but there's something that's still driving people to go there. Right? Go ahead.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Go ahead.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
We are the perfect. Go ahead.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Because they don't fear what they're doing. They don't fear before the Lord. Go ahead.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter. Go ahead.
They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
This whole gambling outfit, as we're going to see, is snares and traps. Go ahead.
They search out iniquities.
And that's what I wanted to get to. Because to hook you up and study you while you're in the midst of gambling is going to help them to be even more proficient at getting us to fail. Go ahead.
They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
That's why they go to the links that they do using their science. Look at that. Look at that image right there. He's zoned out, bro. That brother probably been in there for about 14 hours at that same slot machine. Because the first half hour he hit, and now he done gave it all back. All right, let's go back. You can finish that what he's reading. In the ongoing. Oh, no. Read the last part, because it says as well as
drugs of abuse like cocaine.
So you get hyped up, and it's like you on crack. Go ahead.
In ongoing research, Dr. Clark is measuring activity in this reward circuit as volunteers experience near misses and choice effects during a gambling task.
So one of the things that I read is, you know that they can rig the slot machines to give you the near misses. You know how it'd be like 1, 2, no, it ain't gonna be 3. And it go just like anybody ever seen like Wheel of Fortune Or one of the, and the thing keep going around. Here's another one going back, but like The Price is Right, where they spend it for the dollar. And it look like it's gonna stop at $1, then it go to 5 cents. So just in that moment, you experiencing the highs and the lows. Go ahead. And they studying this. They studying the behavior. Go ahead.
Hallmarks of addiction, both near misses and personal choice, cause gamblers to play for longer and to place larger bets over time. These distorted perceptions of one's chances of winning may precipitate loss chasing.
You see how it's written? These distorted perceptions. These distorted perceptions that you're going to win. I got close, so that must mean this is my time. Go ahead.
Where gamblers continue to play in an effort to recoup accumulating debts.
I got to get it back. I got a video. Y'all gonna see. This brother documented himself over some years gambling. It's crazy, but it's helpful. Go ahead.
Loss chasing is one of the hallmarks.
Loss chasing. Listen to that. Loss chasing. You can't just cut it loose and walk away. Go ahead.
Loss chasing is one of the hallmarks of problem gambling, which actually bears much resemblance to drug addiction. Problem gamblers also experience cravings and symptoms of withdrawal when denied the opportunity to gamble.
Okay. All right. You could take that off. Let's pull up the. No, you know what? I sent you. No, play those 2 videos, and then I sent you something that I want you to put up after that. I forgot to post that earlier. Watch this.
The study found that low-income individuals were more likely to engage in high-risk betting, spending more than 1% of their income on gambling, exacerbating financial instability and prolonging poverty. Economic burdens visited upon troubled gamblers extend beyond individual losses, affecting families and communities through increased bankruptcy rates, job loss, and reduced productivity. Of the more than 700,000 gamblers studied, 96% lost money gambling online. The researchers found this was by design. The platforms ban or throttle frequent winners.
Stop. I want you to go back. I want y'all to catch that. Go back a few seconds. Play that again.
The researchers found this was by design. The platforms ban or throttle frequent winners. So you basically can't win big. In the last legislative session, the Texas House approved a measure to allow online gambling in Texas. The entire Democrat caucus and some Republicans supported the proposal. The Senate killed the measure by not giving it a hearing or a vote.
So that's why the House always wins. You trying to play online, that's total manipulation. They telling you you don't have a shot. You know, 1 or 2 of you, like if everybody in here was gambling, 1 or 2 might win. That's it. But they not losing nothing because we done fed the 1 or 2 that's winning and the House. All right, play the next video.
If you ever want to go through hell, if you ever want to put yourself in personal and financial hell, form a gambling addiction. Form a gambling addiction, because gambling is the tricky. It's the economic devil. Heavy gambling is the economic devil because it tempts you. It gets you all like feeling like you're gonna like the next roll of the dice is gonna be your big win, and it manipulates your dopamine levels to the point where you're like a financial crackhead, and you dig yourself into deeper and deeper holes to the point where you can't get out of the hole. And so the reason that you'll hear about a lot of gambling addicts who unalive themselves, who take their own lives, is because they get in these impossible situations where you have now literally gambled away the house. You've gambled away, you're $200,000 in debt. The bookies are coming to kill you. And you got a wife and kids who are depending on you. So a lot of people, unfortunately, there have been a lot of people that have taken their own lives. That's why I absolutely hate the fact that they let sports betting become legal and they've integrated it into sports, and they're literally marketing heavily, mostly toward young men between the ages of like 20 and 35.
Stop.
There's
Hold on. I'm looking out here. What age has he said? If you 20 to 35 young men, I want you to raise your hands. Okay, all right. Raise your hand, bro. That's who they target. That's who they target. And those of you that ain't 20 yet, they waiting on you. They waiting on you. Wait for you to get that first job, run on over here and give me your money. Go ahead.
something about that age group.
Hold on.
And something
The trap is laid. Go ahead.
about men. They can't do it so much as much with women. They can't do it so much as much with the OGs, like people over 40, because when you're over 40, you kind of learn a couple things. But those young men between 20 and 35, because they're confident, they believe they all got a system that's going to work and whatever until it doesn't work, and it's very, very sad to watch. So the Shannon Sharps are right in the middle of that. They approach the Shannon Sharps. In fact, they market heavily to black males. That's why for a lot of these sports betting sites, you'll see Jamie Foxx, you'll see Kevin Hart. Usually for black men, they'll hit a lot of rappers, actors, and comedians, as well as athletes that are popular with black men. So that's why you'll see the Kevin Harts and stuff like that in these ads. So it's so this is coming. So when you see a headline talking about the gambling addiction epidemic in America and how it's going to be bigger than opioid, just know I told you about it 3 years before they started writing about it. But it's happening. My wife's a therapist, and she's alerting me to some of the problems that they're starting to see in the therapist's office. If you ever want to go,
So you hear what he said. They target the who? Yeah. That means you Hispanic brothers too. They targeting y'all. All right. Don't get it twisted. Okay. Can you put up that timeline that I sent? I want you to get Proverbs 3:31. Like gets the timeline. I think it's the last thing I just sent. Go ahead. You can read it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You can't afford to lose what he can. Many of us living check to check can't go in there and lose $10. That might be gas money. That might be food money, bill money. And then you lose that 10, you're going to chase it and lose another 50 trying to get the 10 back. We are not in the same economic stratosphere. Y'all seen the videos before. We've played them with the track and how they got the humongous head start. 250 years of free labor or more. So the scriptures say, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Now, is that the top? Now go all the way to the top. Yeah, watch this. See, I'm going to tell you stuff. Listen. They pass around information to each other. What's the proverb? You want to hide something from Negroes? Right. This is why we got to study. We have to understand that these nations are actively seeking to destroy us. They don't take a break. Let's read this.
UNLV, Gaming Research and Review Journal.
So that's the University of Las Vegas. We're better to study gambling than Las Vegas. Go ahead.
A chronology of legal gaming in the U.S.
So they broke it down from the beginning. Go ahead. You can scroll down. We ain't going to go through all of it, but we can scroll down. There you go. Start there. Information.
The information on the history of casino gaming in the U.S. is written in a timeline format, a chronology. This style was chosen because of the ease by which educators can edit or modify the contents for use in the classroom.
Okay, let's jump down. 1638. We're not going to read all of them. I just got a few I wanted to point out. 1638.
1638. The Puritans of Massachusetts enacted America's first law against gambling. It was based on the idleness statute of 1633, which outlawed the possession, even in one's home, of cards, dice, and gambling devices. The statute was passed in opposition to unproductive time or idleness.
Read the next one.
1682. The Quakers in Pennsylvania enacted a law against gambling. 1721. New Hampshire legislates prohibition of gambling in order to prevent the unnecessary impoverishment.
The what?
The unnecessary impoverishment of the gambler's family.
They already knew you can't win. This is during what time frame are we reading? The 13 colonies. 1721. That was before the birth of America. This is the 13 colonies. Read that one again. 21.
1721. New Hampshire legislates prohibition of gambling in order to prevent the unnecessary impoverishment of the gambler's family. A concept grounded in English common law.
Because they knew they were bringing that from Europe. They've seen it happen. You can't win. Scroll down. 1776.
1776. The American Revolutionary War was financed in part by the sale of lottery tickets when the Continental Congress organized a $5 million lottery.
Who knew that? Who knew Lotto finances wars? So if Lotto finances wars, they know you're going to lose. They getting you to volunteer your money. Go ahead.
Some sources suggest this occurred in 1777. 1790, the Northwest Territory Act stated that all gambling contracts were void and participants in games were to be fined. 1793, the Harvard-Stoughton Hall Lottery did not generate enough money to pay the winner. This resulted in a national scandal.
You see that? They ain't even... They did the lotto and promised and didn't deliver. Go ahead.
1800, craps, as we know it, was first played. It was played largely on river boats, wharfs, in cotton fields, and in saloons.
Now watch this. This is something I had to look up. I had to go and check several sources because I never heard this. Cap, maybe you heard this, but read that in 1800.
1800, Denmark Vesey became the most famous lottery winner ever in the U.S. His fame was not based on the $1,500 he won, but that he was a black slave who used the proceeds to buy his freedom.
I never heard that. And I checked several. I said, nah, they making that up. Later on, but what it doesn't say there in some of the other sources that he bought his freedom, but he wasn't able to buy the freedom of his wife and children. Scroll down. Keep going. 1830.
1830, America banned all lotteries until 1860.
Scroll down. 51.
1851, the New York Association for the Suppression of Gambling was established. It was formed by reform movement leaders Horace Greeley and Jonathan Green. The Green Law was passed mandating the destruction of gambling equipment and fines for operating gambling houses.
You see that? But I want you to see how America has struggled with gambling. They've gone back and forth on the issue. You could gamble, now we're going to stop it. Now we're going to gamble. Now we're going to stop it. Go ahead. Scroll down. 69.
1869. The Nevada state legislature made gambling legal again, reversing the act of 1861.
So 8 years later, after they had banned it, they said, now y'all can gamble now. Scroll down. 1890.
1890. The horse racing world was in turmoil because there were too many tracks, 314, and too many race days, 364.
Too many people are losing money.
1890.
Yep.
The Great Louisiana Lottery Scandal occurred. The scandal involved corruption and the inability to pay winners.
That's the second time we reading that on this list. What they doing with the money? Go ahead.
This set the tone for prohibition of lotteries around the country. 1890, bank craps was introduced in casinos. In this game, players bet against the house, not other gamblers as in the street version of craps.
Scroll down. Hold on a second. Keep going. 1807. I'm sorry, 1907 and 1908. No, go down. Not that one. The slot machines.
1907, slot machines became more refined with mills adding new symbols.
Those bells and whistles. Go ahead.
1908, horse racing was banned in nearly every state. However, 25 tracks remained in operation. By 1910, only Maryland and Kentucky had legal horse racing.
Now watch this with Nevada again. Nevada has been flip-flopping on gambling for the longest. Read that.
1909, Nevada again banned all forms of gambling. The law took effect on October 1st, 1910.
So 1861, they banned it. 1869, they say you could gamble. 1909, they banned it again. Scroll down. Keep going. 1913, New York State.
1913, New York State legalized parimutuel betting.
That's horse race betting. Go ahead. 13.
1913, Nevada legalized open gambling, but not commercial gambling.
So now, 4 years later, you can gamble again. I'll tell you something. I don't know what's going on in Nevada. Scroll down. Keep going. Keep going. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. 1931.
1931, commercial gaming was legalized in Nevada. It was referred to as the wide open gambling bill.
So now they can now you can start building the casinos and stuff. Scroll down. There was one more thing I wanted to see. 1947.
1947, the Las Vegas Strip's first major lounge act opened. It featured the Mary Kay Trio at the Last Frontier with the purpose of keeping customers on the property after the main showroom closed for the night.
You see that? So that's when you started having those, like what they have now, the hotels for people to come on gambling trips. That's what it is. They don't want you to have nothing left when you leave. Scroll down. Keep going. 55.
1955, the Nevada Gaming Control Board was formed as part of the Nevada Tax Commission.
Now they figured out how to tax it. Go ahead.
1955, Harrah's opened a casino hotel in Lake Tahoe. It instituted the first casino charter bus program in the country. 1955, for the first time, a casino license in Nevada was revoked. It happened at the Thunderbird, and the revocation was based on operators' alleged links to organized crime.
Okay, so you could take that out. So you see the struggles that America has had, but now America's all in. They turning back. That's the age of decadence. There ain't no going back. All right, America is all in.
Cap, can I get that article?
Yeah. Pull up that article.
Hey, pull up that article I had just sent. It recently happened. I think it was like 2014, right? The sister won a lot of money during the lottery. So let's see that article real quick. CNN, Caucasian News Network, if I remember correctly. Yes. Read that, please. Yeah, November 2nd, 2016. Go ahead, read that for me, Eli.
Woman denied $43 million jackpot. Offered steak dinner instead.
Wow. Keep reading.
It was a selfie she thought was worth nearly $43 million. Katrina Bookman hit the jackpot on a slot machine in late August at Resorts World Casino in Jamaica, Queens. She even took an excited self-portrait with the machine displaying her winnings. $42 million, $949,672. It would have been the largest slot machine jackpot in U.S. history. I can't even describe the feeling. It's like my whole body just got numb. Bookman told CNN affiliate WABC. But when she came back the next day to find out the exact size of her jackpot, a casino employee crushed her excitement. I said, "So what did I win?" He said. "You didn't win nothing," she told WABC. The New York State Gaming Commission said that Bookman's machine had malfunctioned.
All right, wait. All right, so we got the casino, right? The slot machine. She wins the money, right? So some kind of way, in less than 24 hours or whatever case may be, right? The New York State Game Commission came in. They already did all the investigation on that same slot, right? And said that the machine is already jacked up and void, right? How could they figure out the machine was voided? Like it was messed up. Think about that. They have the technology to kind of prove that to that sister, right? So what kind of technology they have on behind the scenes to what? Have you win a little portion here and there? It's the same thing what kept been going over, right? So it's just a rigged game that a lot of people play, all right? Go ahead, Cap.
I just sent you something. I think this is what I want. Just play that. This shows you how long they've been tricking people. This shows you how long. This is a cartoon. Warner Brothers. I think it's Warner Brothers. Yeah. Turn that up.
The big moment is here, folks. It looks like our winner is Daffy Duck.
I won. I'll take that $1 million now. Thank you.
There you are, Daffy. $1 million, and it's all yours.
$1 million?
And inside the $1 million are 1 million little boxes.
Oh, boy. Just what I always wanted. Jeez. Just a moment.
There you go.
Sir. I would like to donate my...
So that's the trick bag. That's the trick bag. Of course, he thought he won $1 million, $1 million. It said $1 million. Let's get Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. We're going to read 15, and then we're going to jump down to 43. Yeah. So just in case you didn't know, Esau is the damn devil. Okay?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So we understand that because of our disregard of God's commandments, our own negligence, that we're in the condition that we're in. But I want to show you something. Jump down to verse 43.
Verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
So now when it talks about the stranger, go to Deuteronomy chapter 29 and read 10 and 11. Let's see who these strangers are. that were with us.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 10. Ye stand this day, all of you, before the Lord your God, your captains of your tribes, your elders, and your officers, with all the men of Israel, your little ones, your wives, and thy stranger that is in thy camp.
Go ahead.
From the hewer of thy wood unto the drawer of thy water.
So those strangers were our slaves. So now go back and read that again.
The book of
28:43.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee.
So your servants, your slaves, go ahead,
shall get up above thee very high. And thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Go ahead.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
Till we what?
Till thou be destroyed.
And what do our communities look like today? Destroyed. Go ahead.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Generational curses. Go ahead.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness, and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
When we had the power over the nations, when we had the earth in our possession, we didn't serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. So he took it from us. Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So on the screen, go ahead and put that up. On the screen, we're looking at Cash America, Cash Advance. Where do you see these at? In the hood. Where you see the pawn shops at? In the hood. The title loan for your car? In the hood. Go ahead. Read on.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Which the Lord shall send against thee. In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness.
Go ahead.
And in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
So now I want you to jump over to chapter 31. Pick up the reading at verse 24. So how did these things come upon us?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31 and verse 24. And it came to pass, when Moses had made an end of writing the words of this law in a book, until they were finished,
Go ahead.
that Moses commanded the Levites, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, take this book of the law, and put it in the side of the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may be there for a witness against thee. For I know thy rebellion.
He said, I know your rebellion.
And thy stiff neck.
And thy stiff neck.
Behold, while I am yet alive with you this day, ye have been rebellious against the Lord.
Even in my presence, I'm standing before the Lord on your behalf. And you still rebellious. Go ahead.
And how much more
how much more?
After my death, gather unto me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their ears.
Go ahead.
And call heaven and earth to record against them. For I know that after my death you will utterly corrupt yourselves and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you.
Watch this.
And evil will befall you in the latter days.
Evil will befall us when?
In the latter days.
Now, go ahead.
Because ye will do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands.
Uh-huh.
And Moses spake in the ears of all the congregation of Israel.
All the congregation, all 12 tribes got this. Go ahead.
The words of this song until they were ended.
So now, how did Moses know that? Give me 2nd Ezra 14. We're going to read 1 through 6. How did Moses know what was going to happen? Because the Lord showed him the times. Read that.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass, upon the 3rd day, I sat under an oak, and behold, there came a voice out of a bush over against me, and said, Esdras, Esdras. And I said, Here am I, Lord. And I stood up upon my feet. Then said he unto me, In the bush I did manifestly reveal myself unto Moses, and talked with him, when my people served in Egypt. And I sent him, and led my people out of Egypt, and brought him up to the Mount of Sinai, where I held him by me a long season, and told him many wondrous things, and showed him the secrets of the times.
Go ahead.
And the end, and commanded him, saying, These words shalt thou declare, and these shalt thou hide. And now I say unto thee, that thou lay up in thy heart the signs that I have showed, and the dreams that thou hast seen, and the interpretations which thou hast heard. For thou shalt be...
What verse you at?
That was verse 8.
Okay, I just want you to go through 6. Man. Go to Jeremiah 2 and 11. Jeremiah 2 and 11. So Moses was shown the times. He understood what we was going to go through. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 11.
Let's go.
Hath the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit.
Continually through time, we kept perverting ourselves, destroying ourselves by wanting to be like the other nations. Give me Deuteronomy, the 12th chapter. We're going to read verses 29 through 32. Deuteronomy 12, 29 through 32.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12 and verse 29. When the Lord thy God shall cut off the nations from before thee, whether thou goest to possess them, and thou succeedest them, and dwellest in their land, take heed to thyself, that thou be not snared by following them. After that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, How did these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise.
You know, we talking about gambling and self-inflicted wounds, and same brothers and sisters that will lose money gambling will go home and still try to buy Christmas gifts. Tell me I'm lying.
He ain't lying.
Read that verse again.
Verse 30, take heed to thyself, that thou be not snared by following them. After that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, How did these nations serve their gods?
Because we still wanted to be like them. Go ahead.
Even so will I do likewise.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God. For every abomination to the Lord, which he hateth, have they done unto their gods. For even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods. What things soever I command you, observe to do it. Thou shalt not add thereto, nor diminish from it.
Hey, you know, I just thought about something. Okay, I just thought about this. This thought just came to my mind with the gambling, because you've seen it in sports and other places. So we reading about basically abortions, right? They gave their sons and their daughters to Molech. If you got a gambling problem and you get a woman pregnant, what you gonna probably tell her to do? Look, I ain't ready for no, I can't afford no baby right now. Are we not still following the same paths? Are we not still doing the same things? Bring it out. This is the destructive behavior that has kept us in captivity from one nation to the next. From there, go to Psalms 106, 34 to 36, and then Micah 4 and 11.
The book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
So that's the same thing that we're dealing with today. We mingle among the heathen and learn to do what they do. Go ahead.
And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan.
Okay, let's go from there. Micah 4 and 11. Micah 4 and 11.
The book of Micah, chapter 4 and verse 11. Now also many nations are gathered against thee.
Many what?
Many nations are gathered against thee.
We already saw one video. There's more. One video that gambling is targeted to the minority communities. We've gone through a timeline that shows you ain't gonna win. We seen a video of a sister that got the winnings and they offered her a steak dinner. We ain't got this $143 million for you, but we'll give you a steak dinner. And they probably wouldn't even give her a, what's the big ones? Porterhouse or something like that. They probably go, probably give her a little New York, a ribeye.
What the hell is this?
Read that again.
Now also many nations are gathered against thee.
Many nations are gathered against us. That's Psalms 83. Go ahead.
That say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion.
Okay, so now, pull up that next video, how I lost everything in Vegas. Make sure y'all hit the timestamps. This brother videotaped himself over time to document his own struggles with gambling. Watch this.
Most people don't know when to stop. They take their last dime, their last $25, their last 25 cents, and they put it in the machine to try to get back, and I've done that. I've gambled all the way to where I just had change, and I was like, okay, cash this change in, and I'll turn it into $2, and then took $2 back in. Maybe I can get that money back. And that's when you know that it's hit you pretty hard.
Hold on a second.
When you go,
y'all remember we read that earlier. That's how you know a true gambler, when he says, I got to get the money back. That's when you know you got a problem. You can't just walk away. You can't just count the losses. Go ahead.
When you borrow more money, you go to a payday loan place or something, or a pawn shop, and you go and you pawn your computer, and then you go get the money and you go right back to the casino. And like I said, I got to go to Plan B. Plan B was now I've lost a total of $1,000, $1,040 I've lost. I'm not very happy with that. Not only have I lost the money, but I lost 2 computers, and now I'm getting ready to go lose my camera and my not lose it, but get a loan on it. And one of these days, I'm hoping that maybe I will hit it big. Maybe I will be able to win $15,000 or something like that, so that where I can just, pay a lot of bills off and get back on track, But right now, it's very difficult. So the time right now is 4:09 in the evening. So we've been out for a couple hours now. I got off of work at 1 o'clock. And that's the Super Pawn facility right here, located in Las Vegas. It's one of them. A lot of people come in here and, pawn their worldly goods and whatever. But I'm coming in here to see what I can do at the same time. My name is Tony McDew. I'm from California, 46 years old. I've been living out here for 7 years. I got involved with gambling, and it kind of took me down. The last 7 years, I spent probably about $35,000 or more. Now I know why people go out and kill themselves. Now I know why people go and do the things that they do, and I never experienced
Y'all remember
that.
the other video where the brother said gambling is economic suicide or something like that? And he said, I see why people do that. This brother documented himself, and he's saying the same thing. Go ahead.
Until I started gambling, going through that process, I started recording myself, looking at the losses, looking at the wins, and a lot of losses.
Stop. So he got a professional career. He's an AV technician in Vegas. That means he could get a job. That's not even a problem for him to get a job. Go ahead.
Visual recorder. I use it like a diary. So, just recording myself was a way for me to look at myself and go, hey, you know what? That was real stupid what I did. I would record myself going to pawn shops, to the casino, back to the pawn shops, supporting my habit. So now I just want to share my story with you, and this is my story.
Okay. Let's go to the next timestamp. You got something? Go ahead, Cap.
Hey, get that real quick in Luke 12 and 15. I see y'all brothers was laughing at this. But I'll say this. This brother's gambling with money, right? Losing, trying to gain money, end up losing money. But a lot of brothers and sisters in this truth, you gamble with your life. There's various vices that we all deal with, that we gamble with, but we don't see it as a loss like we seeing it on TV. But when we go back home to ourselves, we done lost every damn thing because we willing to give up our own lives for our vices. That's why you said something heavy, Cap. You said this gambling thing is deeper. It's deeper. Luke 12:15.
The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness.
Beware of covetousness. That's what this brother's dealing with, covetousness. Gambling is going into being covetous. Read on.
For a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth.
Because that's what he in right now. His whole life is evolved around what he has.
Right.
His whole life. The brother got a good job, but it's not good enough. Proverbs 13:11, real quick. Proverbs 13:11.
Yeah, Cap, because in order for you to pawn 2 computers, you had to buy 2 computers.
He trying to pawn to go back and gamble when he could pawn and fix his AC, just like you said, officer.
Right.
Fix his damn AC in his car.
Right.
Read that, Proverbs 13:11.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
Wealth.
Read it slow, officer. Go ahead.
Wealth gotten by vanity.
Wealth gotten by vanity. Go ahead.
Shall be diminished.
Shall be diminished. What's that vanity going into? It's going to sitting down and pulling that slot machine. Ding, 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 ding. Damn, I got 2 apples. I needed 3 apples. Pull it again. That's vanity. Wealth gotten by vanity. Go ahead.
Shall be diminished.
It's going to be diminished. Read on.
But he that gathereth by labor.
Go get a damn job. But he that gathereth by labor, go ahead,
shall increase.
That's how you going to increase in this life. That's how you going to save up riches, save up money. Just like it said, leave inheritance to your children.
Right.
You don't leave an inheritance from doing gambling 24 hours out the day. Go ahead.
No, you right on point. Excellent precept. Go ahead, hit the next timestamp.
Action Max, my favorite machine. Action Max, and we're gonna hit the cash out button right here. Bam. As you see, cashing out $565. How I got hooked is just basically I put $5 in and I ended up winning like $80, and I was like, wow, this is free money. Eventually, the more money
Stop. Go back and play that again because somebody missed it that need to hear that.
And we're going to hit the cash out button right here. Bam. As you see, cashing out $565. How I got hooked is just basically I put $5 in and I ended up winning like $80. And I was like, wow, this is free money. Eventually, the more money I made, the more money I would put in the machines. I started off with maybe $5. I started putting in hundreds. I started putting in thousands of dollars. 1,600. I will try to count it out to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's basically how I got hooked. You know, from $5 on penny machines, to spending thousands of dollars. I thought that would be a way of paying off all my debts.
Stop.
You know,
this is what Cap just pulled the scripture. This is what he was talking about. The dude started off on one machine, then when he won, he upped it. That's why he started losing so fast. So he was chasing that covetous spirit in him, had him chasing. Again, the guy already had a good job. He's doing the type of work that in a city like that, he'll never go unemployed unless he just want to. Go ahead.
paying all my bills. Found out that wasn't the way. 70, 71, 72. I mean, they're blowing the horn at me. I'm trying to get it all day. Here at the Palms, only here at the Palms, can you win like that, you know? Sometimes, like I said, sometimes you can lose, but feels good right now. It's like you're
That's that dopamine. He said, feels good right now. Go ahead.
High. And I'm not the kind of person to get high. I really can't compare it, but I would say it's like a feeling of getting high where you're on cloud nine and no one can tell you that, hey, what you're doing is wrong.
Stop. You hear that? Can't nobody tell you what you're doing is wrong. You can't take no correction. You got pocket full of money. That's how Issachar. Look, I was talking to one of the captains about these young football players now to get the NIL money. I'm telling you, Issachar does a diligent search. How you gonna tell your son, your daughter, that making $1 million to play sports for this sports season, because the season ain't a whole year, for this sports season, you going to work 40 plus hours a week, you will tell him to clean up his room. You're going to tell him be back home at a certain time. He's sonning you. God damn. Here, Dad, go get you a car or something. Get out my face. They do a diligent search, and they know because they've stolen everything from us. They know because we're impoverished that this is a means for them to control us. Go ahead, play it.
I've been in there for, I don't know, about 30 minutes, maybe a little longer. But I end up losing. Sometimes it happens. Like I said, I end up losing my money. And I had $47. End up putting it in the machine. When I lose, I do not want to make a videotape. I don't want nobody to know. And that's what most people do. And they kind of bury it. And what it does, it causes you to be depressed, you know? And I'm trying not to be depressed. I got to keep on going. Getting back in the van through the passenger side once again. The driver's door isn't opening correctly. I don't want to break the handle all the way off. You know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I just decided, since I bought the van, not to even use that handle, not to even use the driver's side at all, except for getting out. So I'm in the van, boom. And all I needed was about $75 because I needed to pay half of my.
Stop. He had $1,600 early in the video. He said he just lost 47. He needed 75. God damn. Do y'all see what's going on here? That gambling destroyed him. It's destroyed him. Where's that scripture? It's in Proverbs. I think it's 23. Riches make wings and fly away.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 23 and verse 5.
It's uncertain riches. Yep.
Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not?
Wait, read that again.
Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not?
Upon that which is not. It's uncertain. Go ahead.
For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven.
Damn. That's that 1,600. Now I'm down. I need 75. I got 47. Let me go on and lose that too. Go ahead.
Electric bill or whatever. So it looks like I'll be picking up about another $200. I'm gonna take one of my computers in, Superpine, and that's one of the things I didn't want to have to do. But you know, when you don't have enough, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta compensate. There with the cinematography. I consider the pawn shop my bank. It's a bank for people that didn't have very good credit. Between the payday loan and the pawn shop, those were my two major places because I didn't have credit, and those places offer me, you know, substantial amounts of money. There's my
Yo, he said the pawn shop is his bank. And that's not just for him. They set that up in our communities. Give me that in Micah. Give me that in Micah 2. They set that up in our communities to destroy us.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Because the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Go ahead.
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
Go ahead.
And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
This is what oppression looks like. Now he's oppressing himself. This is self-inflicted wounds. This right here, what we looking at, this is self-inflicted, brothers. You got $47. Hey, go work a couple of hours overtime. If you get it, go pick up a second job, whatever. You're already close to paying the bill. Now you're further away. Go ahead.
other gamblers and meeting other people out there.
Now he's on the bus. Now he's on the bus. It's a steady decline. Go ahead.
Sort of a deterrent. You know, they told me, hey, Vegas was built on people spending their money, and I didn't believe that. I believe that, you know, you can come out here and you can really win some money. You know, I've seen stories of people winning $50 million or $100 million, and, you know, on machines, and they had them posted up in the casino, all these pictures of these people that won. My day is going to come. When is my day coming? It's coming soon. But I got to continue. I can't go by what everyone is telling me out here in Las Vegas.
You see that? That's that delusion, that strong delusion. Give me that in Thessalonians. I'm sorry. That strong delusion. 2 Thessalonians 2.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 11. And for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
That they should believe what?
A lie.
That's all those pictures all over the casino. When is my day coming? Play on.
It didn't happen. And I'm losing the 240. I'm out of here. Gonna go home. Looks like I might be bringing the camera back over to Superfine. I'm gonna go pay this bill. I have no choice. Go give me $100 for that. And then I'll take out my tripod in.
Look at his hat. Hold on a second. Look at his hat. All right, go back a little bit. What he got on his hat? He got the dollar sign. He probably got that hat after he hit that 16. Go ahead.
I'm out of here. Gonna go home. Looks like I might be bringing the camera back over to Superfine. I'm gonna go pay this bill. I have no choice. Go give me $100 for that. And then I'll take out my tripod in. Go give me $100 for that. So it's $200. Looks like I'm gonna be taking the camera in. I'll show you what it looks like. I don't want to take it in. That's my baby, but I got to do it. I'm going to take the camera and the tripod. They're going to give me $200 for that today. Most people don't know when to stop. They take their last dime, their last $25, their last 25 cents, and they put it in the machine to try to get back, and I've done that. I've gambled all the way to where I just had change, and I was like, okay, cash this change in, and I turned it into $2, and then took $2 back in. Maybe I can get that money back. And that's when you know that it's hit you pretty hard. Or when you go and you borrow more money, you go to a payday loan place or something, or a pawn shop, and you go and you pawn your computer, and then you go get the money and you go right back to the casino. And like I said, I got to go to Plan B. Plan B was now I've lost a total of $1,000, $1,040 I've lost. I'm not very happy with that. Not only have I lost my money, but
for time's sake, I want you to just skip ahead to 1903. I'm gonna go to the end of the video. 1903. So this is the end of the video. Let's see what happened.
I've been homeless for about 3 years, and I'm not ashamed of it. I guess we all have some type of I guess I am ashamed sometimes, but I'm not. Things happen. I lost my job, almost 3 years ago, 2015. I think it was November 2nd, 2015. I happen to remember that. Yeah, I lost my job. So I pretty much lost a lot with that. I lost my house. I lost my van. I had a car. I lost the car. I had storages. I lost my storages, and I got some of my belongings. I'm 54 years old, so I've been around for a long time. I've been married, divorced, the whole 9 yards.
So the brother lost everything behind gambling. Self-inflicted wounds. Now, part we skipped over, give me Proverbs 12:26. Part we skipped over. You know who introduced him to gambling? His sister. His sister. He had just gone through divorce. He was down. His sister took him to the casino. He said he had never gambled before, so that wasn't the reason he got divorced. But his sister took him to the casino, and that added to his misery. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
Uh-huh.
But the way of the wicked seduceth them.
But the way of the wicked seduceth them. Now, she may not have had a gambling problem. But he had a covetous spirit. Maybe he didn't know it at that time, but it was exposed. That gambling exposed it. Give me Exodus chapter 20, verse 17. And then I'm going to show you an example. After that, we're going to read out of the book of Joshua. Let me give you a couple examples.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Nor anything that is thy neighbor's. So that covetous spirit is not to be named amongst us, right? But as we see, that covetous spirit can rear its ugly head, and if you have no discipline, it will take you out. That brother had obviously a good job. He had computers. He had cameras. He said he lost all of that. Storages. I mean, if you had storages, you had items. You had goods. Lost everything. Ended up homeless. You think it ain't people that you go when you drive out here and you see on the streets? Same thing ain't happening to them?
He ain't lying.
I bet you that story could have been told right here in Phoenix. When I see all the homeless people out here. Joshua, chapter 6, we're going to read 17 through 19, and then we're going to jump down to the last verse in chapter 6.
The book of Joshua, chapter 6 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And the city shall be accursed, even it, and all that are therein to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Only Rahab the harlot shall live, she and all that are with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent. And you, in any wise, keep yourselves from the accursed thing,
Keep yourselves from the accursed things.
lest ye make yourselves accursed.
Uh-huh.
When ye take of the accursed thing, and make the camp of Israel,
And make what?
the camp of Israel,
So you're not the only one affected by it. Go ahead.
a curse,
A curse.
and trouble it.
And trouble it. Jump down to verse 27.
Verse 27. So the Lord was with Joshua, and his fame was noised throughout all the country.
So when you read later on, like in chapter 12, we destroyed, I think it was like 31 or 33 kings. Right? We're going through and the Lord was with us. The Lord is leading the battle. And we destroying men. But he gave us warning, don't touch the accursed thing. Let's see what happened. Chapter 7. Keep reading.
The book of Joshua, chapter 7 and verse 1. But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel.
Read.
And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Bethaven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai. And they returned to Joshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai. And make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but few. So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, for they chased them from before the gate even unto Shebarim, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted, and became as water. And Joshua rent his clothes, and fell to the earth upon his face, before the ark of the Lord, until the eventide, he and the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads.
So they were mourning. They were mourning. Read on.
And Joshua said, Alas, O Lord God, wherefore hast thou at all brought this people over Jordan, to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us? Would to God we had been content and dwelt on the other side Jordan. O Lord, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies?
Read.
For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ us around,
Surround us. Go ahead.
and cut off our name from the earth.
And kill us. Read.
And what wilt thou do unto thy great name?
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto Joshua, Get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face?
Read.
Israel hath sinned.
Read that again.
Israel hath sinned.
Did everybody sin? No. But whose charge? It was laid to all of our charge. Read.
And they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen, and dissembled also, and they have put it even amongst their own stuff.
Because if somebody is hiding something, that means, so nobody knew? Nobody knew? Or was somebody complicit because they ain't say nothing? What's Leviticus 5:1 say? Get that right quick. That's why the Lord laid it to all of our charge. Leviticus 5:1, then we coming back.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 5 and verse 1. And if a soul sin, and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he hath seen or known of it, if he doth not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
So the Lord is like, nah, somebody know. Somebody know what's going on. They ain't speaking up. All right, let's go back, verse 12.
The book of Joshua, chapter 7 and verse 12. Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies because they were accursed.
Now let's jump down for the sake of time. Joshua does his inquiry. Jump down to 16.
The book of Joshua, chapter 7 and verse 16. So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was taken. And he brought the family of Judah, and he took the family of the Zarhites, and he brought the family of the Zarhites man by man, and Zabdi was taken. And he brought his household man by man, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah was taken. And Joshua said unto Achan, My son, give, I pray thee, glory to the Lord God of Israel, and make confession unto him, and tell me now what thou hast done. Hide it not from me.
Go ahead.
And Achan answered Joshua and said, Indeed, I have sinned against the Lord God of Israel, and thus have I done. When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonish garment, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight, then I coveted them.
Then I what?
Coveted them.
That covetous spirit was in him. Read.
And took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent.
Go ahead.
And the silver under it. So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran unto the tent, and behold, it was hid in his tent, and the silver under it. And they took them out of the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Joshua, and unto all the children of Israel, and laid them out before the Lord.
Go ahead.
And Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan, the son of Zerah, and the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold.
Now watch this.
And his sons.
And his sons.
And his daughters.
And his daughters.
And his oxen.
His oxen.
And his asses.
Asses.
And his sheep.
Sheep.
And his tent.
Tent.
And all that he had.
Everything.
And they brought them unto the valley of Achor. And Joshua said, Why hast thou troubled us?
Men died behind you.
The Lord shall trouble thee this day. And all Israel stoned him with stones, and burned them with fire, after they had stoned them with stones.
So his whole family paid the price. And everything he owned. God damn. Because of what? A covetous spirit. You're not the only one that pays. Everyone attached to you pays. So when we dealing with this gambling thing, you're not the only one that suffers. And especially brothers that have families, they all pay the price. Y'all understand? All right, get the next video.
Yeah, it mimics these sort of ancient pathways, more or less.
And gambling is, to me, is one of the most peculiar ones because it's so overwhelming for people that are hooked on gambling. It's such a mental health issue. It's such an addiction. And when you see people that are just like chasing it and they just can't stop, it's like, I always wonder, like, what pathway is being hijacked? Like, what is about human beings that want to risk, like, literally all of their money on a roll of the dice or on a spin of the roulette wheel or on a hand of cards? Like, what is that?
Now, this Zental guy that I told you about, he does a lot of research on pigeons. So he can basically turn a pigeon into a degenerate gambler in like 2 minutes. Okay,
a pigeon?
A pigeon. Yeah.
So Joe Rogan was talking about, he doesn't understand what it is about gambling that people that get hooked on it just cannot stop. How does it take you down that path that you can't stop? But it's a covetous spirit. It's an addiction. It's no different than alcoholism, porn, drugs. It's no different.
He ain't lying.
What's going to heal us? What's going to heal us? Give me Romans. No, give me Colossians first. Colossians 3, we're going to read 5 through 7. Then give me Romans 7.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth.
You have to kill that desire. You have to, listen, you know how the scriptures say we make provisions for the flesh. You can't make provisions to keep feeding that demon. Go ahead.
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Fornication.
Fornication.
Uncleanness. Inordinate affection.
Go ahead.
Evil concupiscence. And covetousness.
And what?
And covetousness.
Which is what?
Which is idolatry.
Which is idolatry. You got to kill that thing. Give me Romans 7. Start at verse 7.
The book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
Is the law sin? Go ahead.
God forbid.
No.
Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law. For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
So what is the law saying? That covetousness is what? It's a lust. Give me that. We coming right back. Give me that in Sirach 18. Give me that in Sirach 18. Because this is what happened to the brother. The video that we watched.
The book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 30. Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetite.
That's discipline. Read.
If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies.
You think that he don't have family members, ex-co-workers mocking him that he homeless? I guarantee you he do. I guarantee you he do. Because I know one thing about black men. When we got it going on, you see how he had hit and he was flashing the light. We gonna talk mad stuff.
He ain't lying.
Dave Chappelle, what he do in this video? Get out of here with your broke ass. That's what we do. You know what? They can't wait. Can't wait till you fall. I can't wait till you fall. Read that again.
If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies.
She will make thee a laughing stock to your enemies. Go ahead.
That malign thee.
That it? All right, let's go back.
The book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid. Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law. For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
Go ahead.
But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence.
Sin showed me how wicked I am. Go ahead.
For without the law, sin was dead. For I was alive without the law once. But when the commandment came, sin revived, and I died.
Sin revived and I died. I got to start killing off. I got to start mortifying those members now. Go ahead.
And the commandment which was ordained to life, I found to be unto death.
Go ahead.
For sin, taking occasion by the commandment, deceived me, and by it slew me.
That's what we read in 2 Thessalonians about that deception. Give me James 1. Let me show you something. James 1 and 13.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God.
God didn't do that. Go ahead.
For God cannot be tempted with evil. Neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted.
Hey, where'd y'all get that? I like that. Damn. Go ahead. Every man.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
When he's what?
Drawn away of his own lust.
Because you covet. You're drawn away from your own lust and what?
And enticed.
And enticed. That's that deception. That it on that?
Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin.
Go ahead.
And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
So you fed that. You fed into your lust. Let's go back.
The book
verse
of
12.
Romans, chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore, the law is holy.
The law is holy.
And the commandment holy.
And the commandment holy.
And just. And good.
Now, I want to show y'all something. Give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 20. Because you may have suffered through addiction, but the word of God is able to clean us up. Right? And because the Lord is merciful, it is not for us to sit there and dwell in what used to be. Y'all understand? Read that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 20. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not.
So all of us have been subject to sin at some point. Read it again.
For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not.
And give me that one in Proverbs, diggeth up sin. I think is it 16:27 or 27:16? Because even though the Lord will forgive you, man don't want to forgive. Man will try to hold against you your past sins. 20. Is it? Okay.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
So they want to hold you to a standard. But it said the ungodly man what?
Diggeth up evil.
Yeah, I remember when you used to. Yeah, but I don't do that no more. Yeah, but. Why? Because the word of God is able to clean us, to cleanse us. Give me Psalms 119 and 9. And then I got another video. Cap, officers, y'all got anything?
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
And this is why when the scriptures say they that feared the Lord spake often. Confess your faults one to another. Because give me 1 Corinthians 10:13. There's nothing that we suffer that it ain't another brother or sister that hasn't gone through it as well. But it's meant to make us feel shameful. Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
This is a common thing because they target us. It is a common thing for us to go through these types of problems because we are being targeted for destruction. All the nations are in agreement with us being destroyed. All right, play that video. Watch this.
Commercialized gambling market in the United States has been estimated to be $267.5 billion in 2022 alone. And yeah, over the next 8 years, Americans are going to lose big time to commercialized gambling. Do you understand how large these numbers actually are? Out of the 177 countries that report GDP, the US commercialized gambling industry makes more money than 130 of them do in their entire...
Stop. Did you... Go back and play that again. You gotta let that sink in.
Large these numbers actually are. Out of the 177 countries that report GDP, the US commercialized gambling industry makes more money than 130 of them do in their entire economy.
Stop. Only 47 countries make more money than Americans lose gambling. Think about not just the financial aspect in terms of dollars, hours of productivity, hours spent away from your spouse and your children, and all the other things that come along with it. We get a chance, I'm going to touch on it. Domestic violence is attached to gambling. Prostitution is attached to gambling, which now you feed in the bail bondsmen and the whole police and legal system. This thing has many layers. Go ahead, keep playing.
Talking about entire economic outputs being dwarfed by slot machines and sports betting. And the worst part of it all is that it's a transfer of millions and millions of dollars from the pockets of regular, ordinary people into the wallets of really rich corporations.
Into the wallets of rich corporations. That's why, hey, I you know what? I can't wait. I got to get it now. Get that in Revelation 18. This is why the nations is going to be crying when this place is destroyed. 130 nations GDP, meaning what they produce, is less than Americans lose on average in a calendar year. Damn right the house always wins. Revelation 18.
The book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 8.
Let's go.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her.
Because this place is only going to be destroyed by the Lord. Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour, is thy judgment come.
Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth.
That's what he was just talking about. The merchants. We are taking hard-earned money and handing it right back to the merchants. How you think they can keep building all of these neighborhoods with these big golf courses and all of that stuff? Casino go up, that casino can fund another neighborhood of $600 to $1 million houses. Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Go ahead.
The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones.
Go ahead.
And of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood.
Go ahead.
And of brass and of iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves.
And slaves.
And souls of men.
Souls of men in these gambling houses. They have literally stolen you. They have stolen you from your families. They have stolen your ambitions. You live to go back and chase the money you lost the day before. Go ahead.
Hey, check. Hey, get Psalms 37 and what is it, 25?
Yes. Yep. Righteous, never seen the.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because when you look at gambling, right? Now I'm sitting there meditating on this thing, Cap. You hitting it, man. Gambling replaces the trust that you're supposed to have in God.
Yes, absolutely.
Gambling removes all trust in the Father. Takes it away. Psalms 37:25. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 25.
Go ahead.
I have been young and now am old.
Go ahead.
Yet have I not seen the righteous.
Seen the who?
Seen the righteous.
The righteous.
Forsaken.
Go ahead.
Nor his seed.
Nor his seed. The righteous seed. Read.
Begging bread.
But that's what happened to the brother. He said he became homeless.
Homeless.
All because of what? The covetousness that he had. Get Deuteronomy 8 and 18. Yeah, that gambling replaces all trust in God. It removes all trust in God. Now you trusting in the house, who never loses.
Never.
Deuteronomy 8.
Undefeated.
Right, undefeated. But you go to the casino. Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Then your ass get a damn steak dinner. Deuteronomy 8 and 18. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 18.
Verse 17.
Verse 17. And thou say in thine heart, my power and the might of mine hand hath gotten me this wealth.
That's what we said. We said we wealthy because our own power, our own strength has gotten us this wealth. Read.
But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God.
Remember the Lord. Read on.
For it is he.
It is he.
There you go.
Come on.
That giveth thee power to get wealth.
The Lord says, I'm the one that's going to give you power to get wealth. When you're doing everything right, you ain't going to never have to beg bread. When you're doing everything right, you ain't going to never have to pawn 10 doggone laptops.
Damn.
How you pawn 10 laptops to make $17? That made no sense. And then when you go to the pawn shop, they ask you, you want to sell it or you want to pawn it? Right. And what brother said, I want to pawn it because what you trying to do later? You trying to come back and get it. Do you ever go back and get it? No. You lied to yourself. Make yourself feel good. I'm going to come back and get it. I'm going to pawn it.
Right.
I'm going to come back and get it. No, you ain't. You're going to get that money and you're going to go do what you want to do with that money. Read verse 18 again.
But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God.
Read on.
For it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
It is he that give us power to get wealth. That's that going back to that Psalms 37.
Yep.
You ain't never seen the righteous seed beg bread. Read on.
That he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers as it is this day.
All praise.
Hey, give me 1 Samuel 2 and 7. Go back to that point. Yep. Excellent precept.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2 and verse 7. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory.
Right. It ain't the slot machine. It ain't the horse track. It ain't the lotto. It's the Lord. Play the next video. We got 2 more videos, and then we're going to wrap it up.
People that are irresponsible and that are anti-gambling.
So hold on a second. So the suits, you know they going to always blame you. It's your problem. You the problem. Not the system, not the wicked system we set up. You the problem. And we showed earlier how for half a century or more, they kept going back and forth. Gamblers, no, it's bad. No, it's good. No, it's bad. No, it's good. The 13 colonies before America became America, they already knew it was bad because they seen what happened in Europe. Go ahead, play that.
They would like to lump it all into some dynamic that is similar to the tobacco companies. I find that absolutely abhorrent and offensive. An industry that 9 out of 10 Americans believe is an appropriate entertainment form is being compared to something that kills people. That's not appropriate.
Well, but gambling addiction does lead to the most suicide attempts of any addiction. If you're talking about killing people.
Yeah, I mean, don't know that that's true.
Higher rate, if not
Now go ahead.
actual numbers, say the experts.
Gambling disorder has one of the highest rates of suicidal thinking, suicide attempts, than any other addictive behavior.
The sports gambling industry claims very few are addicted.
I think it's a very small percentage, about 1%.
Advocates for more regulation say it's likely much higher. Truth is, we don't really have hard numbers on addiction. But to all users, these apps trumpet a simple message: gamble responsibly.
The responsible gaming model that you hear over and over and over again puts all the onus on the individual to stop. That's not how addiction works.
You know what else? That's like saying smoke crack responsibly. Smoke meth responsibly.
Right.
The hell is wrong with these guys, man? Go ahead, bro.
So the impression is that everybody is doing it responsibly. So if you're struggling, there's something wrong with you. You're not responsible enough.
People that are irresponsible and that are
Okay, so now play the next video because this was his response to it. That guy that was just talking, his response. This stuff, this how heavy this is. This goes up into Congress and everything. Go ahead.
Advertising.
Self-exclusion, unfortunately, is a state-by-state matter. We don't have a federal self-exclusion. I will share with you 2 real-life events. One just happened last week. A client who had gone on a 1-year self-exclusion. Took this person quite a while to get to the point to have the courage to go on the 1-year self-exclusion. And at 40 seconds past the hour of the exact 1 year, this client received an email that was offering them a welcome back opportunity and a welcome back bonus. And when I looked at the fine print on the offer, it was tailored to their player number that they had had before. I will also, and I'm happy to make this available to the committee, I brought with me today the copy of an email that a client of mine received. And this client was not on self-exclusion, but they had been a very active gambler and for 6 weeks didn't make a bet. They were in treatment, they didn't make a bet. About 6 weeks later, they received an email from what is labeled the DraftKings VIP Comeback Series. And it starts with, I've got some exciting news for you. Your account has caught our eye, and we're thrilled to extend an invitation, and it goes on from there. That is as predatory as it gets. And if this were another addictive product, if this were alcohol or tobacco, we'd shut it down instantly if a bar was exhibiting that type of predatory behavior. In gambling, they call them VIP programs. Yet another reason Congress needs to step in and create minimum federal safety standards and stop this from happening because it's ruining lives, it's ruining families.
Well, I think.
Now, you know why you see that? Because it's affecting white people. When it starts affecting white people, now it's got to go before Congress.
He ain't lying.
When it's affecting black and brown people, it's okay. That's how you know it's a real problem. Because what they meant for evil, the Lord meant for good. The Lord has got to turn things up where they suffer. Give me the last one. It's about targeting blacks. I want to see if no, not that one. That's a good one too, but I ain't got time. Just give me that one. Yes, read that. And then I got 2 more scriptures and I'm done. Officers, y'all got something? Y'all running out of time. Go ahead. Let's read that.
How online sports betting targets black communities. As Super Bowl betting surges, unchecked gambling platforms deepen existing inequities. In 2013, Eddie Roberson and Talib Crowley, 2 black New Jersey residents, made a bet on the outcome of the Super Bowl game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. Roberson, 31, bet the 38-year-old Crowley $700 that the 49ers, who Las Vegas bookies had a 4.5-point favorites, would prevail. When the 49ers lost the game, 34-31, Crowley tried to collect, but Roberson refused to pay up, believing his 49ers had been cheated. An unprecedented blackout had delayed the game, arguably shifting momentum toward the Ravens. So Crowley shot Roberson 6 times. Roberson's death, one of multiple instances of black people in America killed in the aftermath of gambling, is a crystallization of the precarity of black life and of the violence that sports and unchecked corporatism often evoke off the field.
So there's other stories I could show y'all. There's one. Listen, I'm gonna tell you another place. You got youth sports. They bet on youth sports. Even your video games. There was one. These 2 kids was playing. The 2 young men they was playing, betting on the games, and the brother ended up killing the other brother because he didn't want to pay up over some Madden. Killed him over Madden. That's how heavy this thing goes. Give me Sirach 14:9. Sirach chapter 14 and 9. We didn't read Psalms 83, but give me Sirach 14:9, and then I'm gonna end it in Psalms 34.
The book of Sirach, chapter 14 and verse 9. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul.
You see that? So a covetous man's eye is never satisfied. Okay? Psalms 34:11. Let's read this.
The book of Psalms, chapter 34 and verse 11. Come, ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord.
Go ahead.
What man is he that desireth life, and loveth many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil.
Depart from evil.
And do good. Seek peace.
Seek peace.
And pursue it.
Go ahead.
The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry.
Go ahead.
The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth.
Go ahead.
The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles.
Watch this, verse 18.
The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit.
Read.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous.
But the Lord delivereth him out of them all. He keepeth all his bones. Not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate.
Watch this, verse 22.
The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate.
And none that trust in him shall be desolate. So I pray y'all got something out of the class. With that, we say shalom.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airways, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.